Briefly, at the halfway point of this election campaign, the choice on housing is very clear, but also the choice on the cost of living more broadly as well. Under Labor, higher wages, lower taxes and ongoing help with the cost of living. Under Peter Dutton, higher taxes, lower wages and no ongoing help with the cost of living. What we're seeing from Peter Dutton is a cost of living con job. The relief that he wants to provide in the near term will be clawed back by higher permanent taxes on every Australian taxpayer, lower wages, and as I said, no ongoing help with the cost of living. This is, from Peter Dutton, a cost of living con job. What he wants is he wants to make wages lower again, he wants to make taxes higher again, and he wants to make budgets rorted again. That is the economic agenda of Peter Dutton and Angus Taylor and the Coalition. Now, I want you to understand what Peter Dutton said this morning. Peter Dutton said that he will take his cues on budget management from Tony Abbott. This is the clearest indication we've had so far that if Peter Dutton wins the election, he's coming after health and he's coming after education. Never forget that after Tony Abbott promised no cuts to health or education, he moved immediately upon winning the election to cut $80 billion out of health and education. Now, Peter Dutton has today said the quiet bit out loud. He said that he will take his cues, his inspiration on the budget from Tony Abbott. Now, remember, even after Tony Abbott and Peter Dutton pulled $80 billion out of health and education, they still found a way to double the debt even before COVID. So if Peter Dutton wants to take his cues on budget management from Tony Abbott, that means this unusual combination of huge cuts to health and education, a budget which is full of debt and waste and rorts. When we came to office, we inherited an absolute mess in the budget. And because of our collective efforts and the Prime Minister's leadership, we've engineered the biggest positive turnaround in a budget in a single term ever. We've delivered 2 surpluses and halved this year's deficit. We've got the debt down this year $177 billion. That's saving Australians $60 billion in debt interest. We will continue to manage the economy in a responsible way. There is always a premium on stability and responsibility, but especially in uncertain times. What our opponents are offering is a coalition of cuts and chaos, which will make Australians worse off and make our economy more vulnerable at a time when the international economy is so volatile and unpredictable.
Yeah, Mark?
Prime Minister, have you been briefed on reports that Russia's trying to